Yeah, this is the idea that Jesus' divinity was, at the very least, severely impaired upon becoming incarnate. He does not exercise or make use of any of his divine power, and he might even renounce it, set it aside for a time while he's incarnate. This is not a classical opinion. This is not the opinion of all the people who developed what today we understand as classical orthodoxy. They insist, like I said, like Hilary and Gregory say, that Christ became man without ceasing to be God. So Christ does not set aside his divinity. He doesn't lose any of his divine power. He simply retains all that. This idea of kenosis was invented, I think, in the 18th or 19th, the 18th century by certain radical Lutheran theologians to try to explain the lowliness and the humility of Christ in his humanity. It seems like, he prays, he's afraid, he doesn't exercise omnipotence. He certainly doesn't seem to be omnipotent. For example, he can't perform miracles in certain places because of the weakness of the faith of the people there. And so they thought, well, maybe upon becoming incarnate, Jesus's divinity was inhibited. The problem of this is that if you have this view, then the Father and the Son have to be two distinct beings, because the Father's divinity was not inhibited by the incarnation, only the Son's was. And so that means that the Son has his own divinity, the Father has his own divinity. So they're boundaries, their being is circumscribed, so to speak. And there are boundaries, and the Father and the Son are sort of two distinct things. Now, that undermines their consubstantiality. It gives you kind of a tritheism, because if the Father and the Son are two distinct things, and the Son's divinity can be inhibited while the Father's is not, that's like saying that I can get sick, but you remain healthy. The only way that I can get sick and you remain healthy, even though we are both human beings, is if we're two human beings. And so for the Son's divinity to be inhibited, but not the Father's, they would have to be two gods. And so I think this kenosis theory entails basically a tritheism.